I think that the first artist is God. That's why I think theology is important to all artists. I think that when we look at what God has done, it looks like a piece of art, and it's a beautiful piece of art. And beauty is what we'd call transcendental, right? It's one of these attributes of God that goes beyond the world, but that we can kind of participate in. I think we're in the age where beauty will most easily re-evangelize the world, because the world that we live in now denies the objective truth. We can't convince them by truth statements because they don't believe in objective truth any longer. Even in statements of morality, we live in an age of moral relativism. So goodness is not going to convert the world, even if it helps. Truth will help, goodness will help. But I think that beauty is that thing that is more difficult to deny because it's almost instinctive to the human person. There's obviously the subjective aspect to it, but there is a very real objective aspect to it where when something is beautiful, everybody will kind of recognize it. To see God as the artist of the world, I think it would greatly inspire any artist to get closer to God, and that would in turn help them be better artists. But beyond that, it also gives greater meaning to their art. Whatever they do, they know that they're doing as creatures created in the image of God. Without this kind of relationship with the first artist, art can easily become bland and boring. When Jesus talks about you are the salt of the earth, but if salt has lost its saltiness, it's good for nothing except to be trodden underfoot by men. I think that art can fall kind of in the same way, where if it doesn't have that saltness, that kind of godliness about it, that participation in what God has already done, and we're modeled after that, modeling our art after that, I think it can become bland and just mundane. So Catholic art, I think, is imperative at this point in our civilization to re-evangelize the world, and I think we can't get away from that. And I think that we have that responsibility because we haven't done a very, very good job at it. I think it's getting better, but I think that anybody that would take up this field would be doing a great service to the upbuilding of the kingdom of God and a great service to the church. My name is Father Ankido Sipo. I'm a professor of theology at JPCatholic, and I'm a Chaldean Catholic priest and monk. The Chaldean Catholic Church is apostolic. It goes back to the apostles themselves. It's one of the Eastern rites of the Catholic Church. I myself didn't take it very seriously growing up, and it wasn't really a part of my life until I got a little bit older. I was about 20